Hello, everybody. I'm running slightly behind a tiny bit. Let me get comments up while you guys pop in here. Let me get on my iPad. And it doesn't even need to be plugged in, which is phenomenal. Okay. Grab a little something to drink. Okay. Am I live? Because it is not oh, there I am. There I am. Hi, Daisy. Hello, everybody. Okay. So today we are doing our Blessed2Craft projects. These are the make and takes for this month. I'm going to show you some other stuff in just a second, but these are the ones that we will be making today. Normally I have a lot of stuff prepped and ready to go. I don't know that I have a ton of that, so we're just going to wing it today. Hi, Diana. These are the monthly make and takes. You can sign up to get your own packet. It comes like this in a little envelope, and I'm actually going to open this one up. I always keep an extra one on hand in case somebody doesn't get their package or something happens. I always like to do that to be prepared. So you can sign up to do this with us. And the idea is that you get your packet and then you're able to craft with me the projects that we're doing on the live. It's usually the last live of the month. It happens normally on the 28th. I just moved it right on over to the 29th this month. But normally it happens on the 28th. And the idea is that you'll get your packet, you'll be able to open it up, and then you'll be able to craft with me. And there's a couple perks to signing up. First of all, it's $25 a month and you get $20 in product. So basically I set aside $5 for shipping, and usually that covers my kit, like my cards, kits. And then you get $20 in product, and there's about $5 I set aside for shipping. And then with that, you get the packet of stuff. You'll get your $20 in product. You get a printed PDF, and then you also get access to the digital copy of this. And you can see it has your 3 projects and the measurements, and then it has a short supply list on the back, and you get this in your package. That's why that one's folded. And then you get the digital copy as well. And then if you're not, like if you can't join us here on Facebook during the live, that's okay, because I send out the link with the video that goes up on YouTube. I send that out to everybody. So in case you're not on Facebook or you can't get to this particular time that I'm doing it, you'll always have access to that video. And then after you've been a part of the, I guess it's my make and take club, I guess that's what you can call it. When you've been a part of it for 6 months, you get $15 in free product. And that is products that I just have bundled up and I send out. It's not necessarily something you get to choose unless you would like to save your $15 from this set of 6 months, and then you plan on doing it another 6 months and you want $30 in product, then I'll go ahead and allow you to pick it out. There's always a workaround for everything these days, right? And then with that, you also get, hey Chris, you also get 2 exclusive projects, or you get 1 exclusive project each month. This month, everybody's getting 2 because I wasn't able to get one uploaded last month. So let me show you the projects that I'm making exclusively for my club members. This card right here is the first one. And the idea is with the product that you get, because you get a set of product, the idea is that you could make the exclusive project if you had, all the card stock and everything on hand. As a club member, you don't get the supplies to make the exclusive projects. You just get the exclusive projects. So this is the first card. And then the second project is this. So there will be an exclusive video out to all of my members that are signed up to get the packet, showing you how I made both of these. And I love how these came out. This is the first time that I used the coffee cups, and I really love the way it came out. And so I just have some candy in here. I actually forgot I put candy in here. So I'm very excited. I just found some candy. And so the exclusive video for these will be out this evening or tomorrow. So right now what we're going to do is we are going to work on these projects here. Like I said, you get the exclusive PDF, which is nice. And then this month, everybody got a quarter pack of the Gilded Autumn designer paper, a quarter pack of the brushed metal cardstock, and then in this package right here, they got 2 full rolls of ribbon and these beautiful colors. There is a 10 because that's part of your kits. And then inside here are the card kits. And I wanted to show you guys exactly how those work. And then right tucked behind there are some die cuts and a piece of Whisper White cardstock. So that's how everything comes, just so you know. And then when you open up your card kit, I really recommend not just dumping it out, you know, shaking it and dumping it out. Reach in there, pull everything out, because here is one card kit and here is another. So I took everything in the envelope flap, like the envelope is there and then the flap lays over it, and then everything's in there. So if you just dump everything out, everything's gonna fall out and you might not know exactly. It might take you a little bit to piece everything together. I'm so glad that Bobby popped on here because I forgot to announce the winner of the Fill the Bag promotion that I was doing, and actually that was Bobby who won. So Bobby Day won all of the goodies. I just put them all in a box to send your way. So you're going to be getting a box of goodies from me, Bobby. So everybody who placed an order with me during that time where I was striving to earn the incentive trip, everybody who placed an order during that week of that promotion was entered to win, and Bobby won all the goodies. So that will be coming your way shortly. Okay, so that is our kit. So let's get started. I'm just going to take the plastic part off of this tin. I love these tins, and I've actually used them for a couple other things as well as crafty goodies. The first thing is I have my favorite sequins. You can get these sort of in bulk. They come in a bit kind of a bigger container. Well, it's like a plastic bag. And these are the Doris iridescent sequins, and they are in the 5mm and the 8mm. And I wanted all of them together and didn't have anything, so I just used this tin. And it works perfect. And so I have that in my sequence drawer. And then the other one that I use this for is my blades for my trimmer. So the blades come in this like kind of plasticky thing that's not really a container, and so they don't go everywhere. I just stick them in this tin. So it's like an Altoids tin, right? Don't we all have 100 Altoid tins all around the house with everything but Altoids in them? And these also remind me of if you guys are older like I am, you might remember what were they called? Secrets? Is that what they were called? Do you guys remember those? They came kind of in a tin like this, and they were like cough drop type things. You know, I remember getting them, like having them when I was sick, and they were called secrets, I think is what they were called. But that's kind of what it reminds me of. So these tins actually can be used for lots of different things, but they also make a really fun, crafty thing, right? So let's get started, and let's start with the cards. So again, I'm just going to pull these apart. I'm going to start with this one. I have at least 10 of those. Daisy says, totally remember those. They were cough drops. So here's the envelope for your card, because everybody needs an envelope, right? And then we have a mint macaroon card base, and I folded everybody's. It's just something that I do. I don't like cardstock kind of sticking out of my kits. I also always use bags that close. So anytime you get something from me, it will be closed, because I can't stand the thought of you pulling stuff out of a package and not realizing that it's not sealed, and then all of your things going everywhere. So I usually fold everybody's card base for them, and also put everything in a closed container. So the next piece here, and what I do on the video is I don't necessarily give exact instructions, because those are on the PDF. And if you don't have a PDF, that's okay. You can estimate what's happening. They're pretty, you know, my measurements are never all that difficult, quite honestly. My measurements are usually pretty straightforward. So I'm going to pick a design out of here, and I love this design here. And we're going to trim this up. I should have my measurements in front of me, quite honestly. I don't. I'm kind of going off memory. Let's see if my memory's any good. Well, it's not bad, right? So these we're just going to layer. This is a really fun card. It has just some simple layers. The color combo for this month is Cajun Craze, Mint Macaroon, Early Espresso, and then this brushed metal. Right? So now we can add to this one, we can pop this up. And I just have some fun foam here that I probably need to trim a little tiny bit. Okay. I'm going to get up and turn my fan on, you guys. It's pretty warm in here. Hold on one second. And let me close where the sun is beating down on my neck. Hopefully that doesn't change the lighting too much. The hair is going to go up. The fan's coming on. We're going to get serious. And also, my Fitbit is coming off because I cannot stand. This is the problem with wearing a Fitbit or a watch for me, is I can't stand things touching me when I'm trying to craft. Really, a lot of the times at all. Like, I wish I could be one of those cutesy cute girls that always wear jewelry and are so beautiful and like do all the fun things, and I just can't. Necklaces feel heavy on me and earrings annoy me. I can't do it. Hey, Megan. Okay, so here's this piece. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is pick another design, and you could pick this one. This one would be really pretty, but the one that I went with for the project is this one, and I have to cut this, and I'm going to go with, I think, 1.5 inches is what I did. Yep, totally. And then the length of the card. And then the next piece is this brushed metal. I know, Daisy, I do wear mine to sleep, but it's hard for me. And I go through stages where I just can't do it, where I can't stand it to have something touching me when I'm sleeping or when I'm doing anything, really. I just don't like to be touched. That's the deal. And I always tell Esau that I'm sorry that he married somebody who's not fun, because typically I'm not a very fun person. I tend to be a lot more serious. And that I'm not like a cutesy cute girl that like wears the makeup all the time and wears the jewelry, and like that doesn't happen very often. But I think it might be a sensory situation where I just don't like it. Okay, and then I think I'm just guessing on these. On the PDF are real measurements. So you can pick any of the colors. This brown cardstock is really pretty, and it has totally made me go out of my comfort zone and match different, like put together different metals. So normally, like if I was doing a card that had gold on it, I would only use gold or silver or copper. And this brushed metal, these finishes, they kind of help me to like push outside that comfort zone and mix and match a little bit. Okay, so what we're gonna do is add our strip. Right here. And then we're gonna add this piece right here. And it doesn't go all the way to the edge. And then we have a die cut. Okay, we have a die cut. Now this is from, I believe this is from the Hippo Friends dies. Now I don't like that stamp set. I don't particularly like that stamp set at all, the Hippo and Friends. But I do like the dies. So I got the dies, and in the dies are little hippos to like cut out the little hippos, and I threw those dies away. Because I was like, I don't care about the hippos, I just want these shapes. It just happens to not be my kind of stamp set. So I'm going to use Cajun Craze, and I'm going to use Mint Macaroon. We are going to grab the stamp set, which is this one right here. It is the Gather Together. This has dies that go with it, but I actually didn't use these dies for this set, for this project. I used the other leaves that we have. So let me grab a clear block. The first thing I want to do is go ahead and stamp my sentiment, because then I'm going to add my pumpkins on top of it. Okay, so we inked that up, and we're just going to do Gather Together. Just like that. I'll clean this, I promise. I'm not even going to put it away until I clean it. And then we're going to put our pumpkins to the edge, just like that. And then what you can do is you can come in, you can do this with blends. You could do it with colored pencils. I have these blends out on my desk, and so I figure we'll just do them with the blends. And then come in here with the light. Like so. I just smashed that marker. Right, I slammed it into that lid and it was crooked. And really smashed it. And I think it's okay to color those brown, like so. Now let's add this to our card. Our card is literally almost finished. This is such a simple card. Okay, we'll bring this back over here, and we're gonna layer this. Now, you guys know that I probably would just put sequins or rhinestones on this, but I'm trying to branch out and not always use sequins. Apparently, people get a little offended when I always use the sequins. I have quite the opinion about it. So what I'm going to do is take some of this ribbon. Now this is really gorgeous. It's really gorgeous ribbon, but it takes a little bit. Like when you first start to like because it's pretty stiff. It's a pretty stiff ribbon. So you're going to want to just give yourself a few minutes to fuss around with this. So all I'm doing is coming in and tying a bow by just creating a loop and then creating another one and pulling it tight. I'm not doing a knot first because I want this to, well, I want this to tie first is what I want it to do. But then second, I want it to lay a little bit more flat. So I don't want, what is the deal? Because the camera is on, all of a sudden I can't, like my fingers aren't working. Okay, so pull it through, and then before you tighten it up or even begin to get frustrated, just fuss with it a little bit. And then when you're pulling it tight, pull from the base of the ribbon. Do you see what I mean? Like, pull right at the base of that knot, and then if you need it smaller, you need to hold that knot and it won't loosen up. And then you can also just take, you know, even just the end of a paintbrush and fluff this out. It's a pretty stiff ribbon, so like I said, it's gonna probably hold its form a little bit. And then pull the legs of the ribbon, kind of pull them into the center and like tug on them is what I'm trying to say. Like, be forceful. Okay, and then it will naturally kind of fall out. And then you're gonna take glue dots. Glue dots are the best for this. So let's add a glue dot. And then you guys know I like to use my X-Acto knife or a little tool to help me here. And then add this in the corner like so. Okay, so that's the first card. And you can manipulate that bow around a little bit with a glue dot. I just love it. I think I did that all. Yep. And it opens the right way, so that's always a good thing. Okay, the next card we're going to do is this card here. And we have our Cajun Craze cardstock. And it opens like so. And we're all done with mint macaroon, so let's close that up. And then we're going to grab the leaf. This one here. And a bigger block because I need a I can't even talk. A bigger block. And I wish I had some grid paper over here, but I don't. I need to change that so my grid paper is, I can easily access it. So we're gonna ink this up, okay? And then we're gonna stamp. Oops, that's okay. I mean, we're really going for a, we're gonna do some other things to this, so it's okay. I'm not terribly worried that it missed that. It's gonna sort of add to the look. And I'm just flipping this around and trying to nestle it together. So just keep flipping. It doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't Hallmark. We're just stamping and having fun. That's what we're doing. And this leaf is pretty easy to kind of get into those spots. You can see it does a great job. Just the way it's designed, fitting, you know, next to each other. Yeah, that turned out really great, actually. Get one there. Yeah, I think that actually turned out really, really good. Every time you do this, if you're doing multiple cards, it'll turn out slightly different because you'll stamp slightly different each time. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a dauber. Oh, that's purple. I really thought I had a Cajun Craze one, but maybe I don't. This one will probably be fine. It's orange. But we're gonna ink the edges. And that's why I said it's really not gonna matter necessarily. We're just going for this very sort of like distressed, shaded kind of look. And I'm really inking very heavily. You know, a lot of times I don't, when I'm inking the edges, I go a little bit less heavy. So I'm putting a little bit less pressure on the cardstock and less ink, but I really want to get in here and ink these edges. I really want them to stand out. And you can even run the edge of the dauber, like go up into the corners and sort of just make a little loop. The best way that this can come out is don't be afraid. Like just get in there and put the ink on it and just see what happens. You just go with it. And it's meant to have this inky look. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so now, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm done with Cajun Craze. I have it everywhere. Yesterday I got my nails done and my nail guy was like, "Are you bleeding?" Because there was all this, in fact, it's still on this side, there was all this red ink. And I was like, no, it's fine. It's no big deal. Okay, so next what we're going to do is pick out a design. And we can go with that one. And then you're going to need 2 designs. So let's go with that one. And then let's go with maybe this one. That could look cute. I want to do these a little bit different so that you guys can see sort of like different pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna go, I have to do, let me measure my card. That's where I thought it was. So we're gonna do this one here, and then as long as the card, and then this design, I'm gonna cut the same width, but not, this is at 2 inches, but a little bit shorter. Okay. Now let's get to work on this card. Hey, Gail. Thanks for sharing. Elizabeth, thanks for sharing the video. Okay, now we can move the scratch paper. We're done with the scratch paper. Make sure this is opening up right. And then we're gonna put this flat down. Okay, so a lot of times I pop up the first layer, but today we're going to do the first layer flat. And I need to probably switch this out. This is my Stampin' Seal Plus, and I filmed a video really quick before we got started here, and I needed that stronger adhesive. Okay, now for this one, we're going to pop this up. Now I had some foam. So I think maybe I can make this work. Okay. And then right here, that should be enough, I think. Okay. Oh, dang it. Can I get this off? Did you guys see what I did there? Oh, I got so lucky. I was able to get that off. Okay. Whew, that was luck. Okay, now I still need to do another step and I forgot. Okay, that's okay. Everything's okay. We're gonna open our other ribbon. I love this basket weave ribbon. And for this one, we're gonna cut it this way. And then we're gonna have another piece and we're gonna do a fake bow. So I'm gonna want this to go on this way. And what I'm gonna do is just fold this up and we're going to add a little bit of tape. And that's gonna work out so the ribbon doesn't get in the way of our foam, okay? So just like that, and then you're gonna tighten that and don't let it bow your paper, okay? We're gonna trim that. And you want a tiny bit of slack because we're gonna do the bow. Okay. And then I just have a little tape hanging off here. Let's just trim that up. That's not a big deal. Okay. And then, well, I guess I can put this down. Let's add a little bit more adhesive. And then right here, what I'm gonna do is add it. This is sort of a little bit, not weird, but I don't always do kind of layers like this. I tend to be pretty set in my ways when it comes to where I add ribbon or how I layer my cards. I don't really step out very much. But this is sort of was an accident when I was designing this and it worked out. So you never know. Okay, so now because this is a fake bow, it's gonna move up and down really easily.
Sorry,
that's okay. What do you need?
Nothing, I was just looking for my pencil case because I can't find it.
Okay, I'm on a live, so
yes, sorry.
That's okay. So then I'm gonna trim up this ribbon. It's always something. It's always something. Oh, the struggle is real, you guys. I miss my old life. I miss being here by myself sometimes. I'm just taking a lighter and I'm very carefully melting the ends of this ribbon so they don't fray. Especially this basket weave ribbon will fray really easily. And so if you're under the age of 18, make sure you get permission. Don't try to sue me. If you burn your house down, please be safe, all of those things. But you can make it to where your ribbon doesn't fray. Okay, so now that we have this part done, we're gonna work on the next part. And the next part you're gonna need, this is an early espresso. I do too, Gail. I love fall anything. This is an early espresso stitched circle. I'm gonna grab my gold embossing powder, my Versamark, my powder tool, and then let's get ready. we're going to grab this image here and then another sentiment, and I used Seasons of Thanks. So let's get all this prepped. Season of Thanks. I'm also going to need a pair of tweezers. I really need a better pair of tweezers. I always think, oh, I don't use them as much, and then I think I should use my tweezers because that's more helpful, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have a good set. It's like this vicious circle where I should just buy the tweezers. Okay, so I've just prepped this by adding my powder. That's gonna help no powder, embossing powder, to stick where I don't want it to. No burning the house down, right? Forest fires. I'm a little paranoid right now with all the fires that are happening. It's not fun. Okay, so I'm going to start with Season of Thanks. And I'm going to try to do both of these at the same time and not panic that my stamped image is drying, because I always get so scared that the Versamark is going to dry. So then we're going to use the tweezers. I'm trying to not make a mess. It's a little hard to see. And I need that little paintbrush. I wiped a tiny bit off right there. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so now let's heat it with the heat tool. I'm letting my heat tool heat up. And then look at this. This is my favorite. Look at it just melt and come to life. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Okay. Okay. And then, by the magic of, you know, editing or me being, you know, on video, we're going to snap our fingers and this is how it's going to turn out. I don't want to have to get up and die cut this piece. Now, typically, this is for everybody who got a packet from me. Typically, in my card kits, I die cut any of the pieces that you need. Okay, so you got the early espresso circle. Here's the situation with these two die cuts, this one here and then this one here for this project. All of a sudden, as I was prepping kits, I realized because you guys are getting, everybody got a quarter pack of this brushed metal cardstock, you are going to have to do the die cutting for these two projects. This is the stitched nestled dies. And this one here, I think I put it on the PDF. Let me look. I'm sure I did. Oh, I didn't. I just put die cut. Ooh. Okay, I'll send out an email to you guys and I'll put it here on the video when I don't edit these videos. I'll put it in an email to everybody. I'm not sure what dies this is from off the top of my head, but you'll need to cut your own dies. Now, if you don't have this particular die, you can use the stitched nestled. Under normal circumstances, again, I would have cut that for you, but because everybody was getting the cardstock as part of their, what am I trying to say? Part of their kit. That's what I'm trying to say. I wasn't able to cut that for everybody. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. And then here's the other option, because I don't want to get up and cut while I'm live here. I don't want to waste that time walking away from the camera. the other option, which is just as beautiful, you can just add the circle. Oh, this is out. That's weird. I've never had that happen. Like I haven't ran out of one yet. To refill it. Okay. Okay. Feels like all of this is more difficult than it needs to be today. Okay, so you can just add the circle, and I still think it's a gorgeous card, but adding that brushed metal underneath it is really pretty. And then what I'll do is I'll just add a dimensional right on the edge here, because this is up high. Probably actually needs 2 is what it probably actually needs. So let's do that, because I think it's doubled up. So whenever that happens, we just add 2, and then it doesn't sink. I can tell this one has, I didn't do that. I didn't do a double, ooh, it's really on there. So I can tell that it's kind of droopy. So there's those 2 options. Again, I apologize. When I was designing the cards, I didn't think, I try to think all those things through, but every now and again, something slips through. Okay, so our next piece is here. And what you have is a little packet. Let me find it. That looks like this. And there's some leaves in here that have been die cut for you. And then a piece where we can stamp our sentiments. So let's stamp our sentiment. And for this one, we're going to do wishing well, wishing you well. Wishing well, like the well we're going to make our wishes in. I don't think so. I don't think so, Tim. I don't think so. Okay, and then we'll use Cajun Craze. Oh, my desk is a disaster, you guys. So the other fun situation that I'm having is I have videos for you guys. I have like 4 different videos that I have filmed and are on my computer, but my iMovie keeps crashing. I don't know what the deal is. I've done all the things and I've updated all of the things, and every single time I try to use it, it crashes, and then sometimes it like completely crashes my computer and I have to start over. And so I'm really frustrated because I have all the videos I need for this week. I just can't get them edited. And so I spent some of my morning this morning while Andrew was in school trying to research a semi-inexpensive editing program that then is also easy for me to learn, because I don't have a bunch of time to have to take a bunch of classes on editing crap right now. And so that's currently what's happening. I downloaded one and I'm checking it out. I just had got a video in there, and then I'm trying to check it to see if I can just instinctively understand how to edit. I can pick up on things pretty well. And so I'm hoping this will work so that I can edit videos and get them uploaded for you guys. Okay, so this, you guys will have the 6x6 designer paper. And so if you want a belly band that slides on and off, which is what I recommend, so that you can get in and get your treats without kind of ruining the tin, you'll have to, with the 6x6 paper, you're going to have to attach another piece. And I'm going to use my seal for that. And I'm just adding 2 pieces together. And then whenever I do something like this, I just like to put a piece of tape right there. You can't really see it. honestly. It's totally fine. And then what you're going to do is with your 10, you're going to see, and actually that's a little big. I'd rather have too much than not enough because you can always trim some off. You can't always add. So leave it a little bit long to begin with and then perfect it once you get it on there. So now, and I'm going to make this pretty tight. And I want it to be able to kind of slide. So again, what I'm going to do is add that here, press it down, and then just for the heck of it, we're gonna add a little bit of clear tape. And then you can see you have a belly band where it slides on and off, okay? And then I'm going to show you how to do this. And again, I'm not going to get up and die cut so I don't have to get away from the computer, but I want to show you guys what I did with the leaves, and then we'll put it together without the die cut, but you guys will be able to see it with. So with these leaves, now for everybody's kit, what I did is I left one without the stitching. Okay, so you can see this has, like, all three of these have the stitching, but I left these without the stitching because I thought that maybe you might want to emboss it. You might want to take an embossing folder and emboss it to give it a different look. And so I wanted you guys to have that option because the whole idea of this is that you get product and you get to play with it in different ways. So I want you to see the leaves cut because they're beautiful and I love them. And I think if you got this die, you would really love it and you would be able to do a lot of things with it. But I also want you to see that you can also just cut the leaves and then use one of your embossing folders to give it another texture and another look. And play, like, really be able to play around with it. Have some of the items to play around with first. So then let's go ahead and do our mint macaroon as well. I just need another little sponge dauber. And I think this one will probably be good for mint macaroon. Yeah, I think this might have had some green on it at one time, but I'm not terribly worried. Just giving it some color and some texture. And then right where those leaves are, I sort of run my dauber on there. And then this one is crumb cake. And so let's take, I thought maybe I'll do something a little different. Let's take our crumb cake blend. I think, yeah, this is my crumb cake blend. And another way you can add some definition is just, we need the brush tip. Just run this along your die cuts. It'll give it a nice border and help it stand out. You could do this with a darker color too, like early espresso, to really give it some definition. And we'll do the stem. Okay, and then all you're gonna do is add your brushed metal die cut, okay? And then you're gonna add your leaves. And with this one in particular, because it's a larger one, what I like to do is just take anything you have. I'm taking a paintbrush. You could take a pencil or a pen or one of your writer markers and just give it a little bit of a shape. So curl these edges out. And then you can see, and you can even do it to where they curl down if you wanted, so they hugged the 10 a little bit. I tend to like to do it this way and then add your leaves. Now for this particular one, I cut off the bottom, this bottom stem, I just gave it a nice trim. And I layered this here, and then I layered my crumb cake here, okay? And then what I did is I added my wishing you well underneath that leaf. So let me just show you with the die cut the way it looks. So you can see both versions. You could also add the ribbon if you wanted. That was a little bit much for me to add this color ribbon to this tin when it already had 2 different shades of metal on it. And then with this, I didn't want to necessarily add this. I felt like it was too much. But you could also, if you just wanted something a little bit different, I mean, let's just make, you know, let's just show you something else you could do. I wish I could talk today, you guys. I don't know what my deal is. See, this is really pretty on this tin. This ribbon is gorgeous. So, and everybody who got a make and take packet got a full roll of ribbon. This is a double pack of ribbon and it's brand new. Everybody got a brand new set of ribbon. Okay, so let me just trim this down. Okay, like so. And then maybe let's just add 1 leaf. Like, let's do it this way. Okay, let's add it here. Let's add 1 leaf. We'll tuck it a little bit under the ribbon. And then let's add this right there, just like that. And you can see, I mean, you could even totally add this if you wanted. Or you could add it down here. I sort of like it tucked in under the ribbon, and I would put some glue dots to hold all of this down. But because you're working outside of a envelope, this isn't going into an envelope, you can really get really creative with these. So I really love them. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of this week's 8 weeks of Halloween, 8 weeks of Halloween. You guys are gonna see weeks 3 and 4 as soon as I can get the videos edited. And this is our circle 10. And I did this with the pumpkin. And so these tins are so fun to use and I really love them. So that is our Blessed2Craft projects. If you get the make and takes, if you pay for the packets, then you will be seeing videos on these 2 projects here. Again, as soon as I can get them edited and uploaded, they will be sent out to you guys. And you'll have a supply list of the things that I used, but really it uses product that you guys received. So again, I loved these. I loved the cards. They were super fun. I think they were a perfect introduction into fall, I guess. It's like I've been making fall projects, but I feel like it's really official now because we are officially in fall. So I loved them. So I will put a link anywhere you're seeing this. As soon as I'm done here on Facebook, I will put a link if you would like to join Blessed2Craft. You have until the 12th of the month to join, and then you get your packet. So I will also be sharing on Thursday, I will be sharing with you the projects for next month. So we are diving into Christmas projects, which is really fun. So I hope that you guys are doing well today and having fun. If you are expecting a prize from me, everything's going out tomorrow. If you're expecting a refund for shipping from last week's sale, that will also be issued tomorrow, which will be fantastic. And then there will not be a live on Friday, you guys. So just a live on Monday now. Mondays, unless for some reason I am able to pop in, and then they'll just, I'm not going to rule out doing random lives if I, feel like I have some time to do that. I'll be doing that. But otherwise, I will see you guys next Monday for my live video, and then an email for the recorded video of these. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I will chat with you guys later.